I'm Michael Franzese, and as a made member of the mob, I spent my life mediating disputes, and always over a good meal. Now it's my brand of justice, my rules, and my decision. Welcome to the sit-down. Every time we meet here, someone is going to win, and someone is going to lose. Everybody that comes to this table has a beef over something, whether it be money, their reputations, maybe even a lover. And they all want a resolution, and I'm just the guy to give it to them. Now, JC and Ken, they've been friends and neighbors for several years. And then a misstep by JC caused what they call an all-out neighborhood war. But what could JC have done that was so awful to cause this major beef between the two of them?
I'm really pissed off at JC because after JC slept with my girlfriend, I never trusted him the same. I actually couldn't stand the guy.
In the mob, all disputes are resolved in a sit-down. You always act respectfully. Cut to the chase. My decision is final.
Ken and I, we were buddies for a long time, and we had some falling outs. He wrecked my car, and he wrecked my lawn, and he refused to pay for it. So yeah, I have a little bit of anger built up towards him.
Gentlemen, all right, you both know why we're here. You know, in the mob life, we had these sit-downs to resolve issues of great importance. Our major concern here was to get to the truth. So I've done this for over 20 years of my life. And I understand when somebody's not telling me the truth, so you do so on your own peril. We understand that?
Yes.
Ken, we're gonna start with you. And by the way, take that hat off, please. You sit down at the table, we don't wear a hat.
All right.
Where's your manners, man?
Thank you.
A long time ago, I had a girl that I really cared about named Gina, and we went to junior prom. In Magic Mountain, I'm on this ride called Colossus, get separated. Next thing I know, she's admitting that she performed oral sex on JC. And in Magic Mountain, on prom, he's a year or two older than me, he can get his own. And that's an issue that's happened a lot of times. Anything that I've done against JC is retaliation. When I moved back to Altaloma, I'm a truck driver, right? I'm away from town a lot, but JC's got some people on the ground there. So I reconnected with him, started getting involved in the social scene, met Donna.
Donna's a new girlfriend?
A new girlfriend, yeah. We started living together, but it wasn't like we were super serious about each other.
You have a beef with him.
Yeah.
Get right to the point. In the old life, we used to have a saying, cut to the chase.
Cool. Yeah, he had sex with Donna, ended up not being with her after that. She basically told me that she was leaving me a week later and what had happened, and then...
So at that point in time, that's when you started to have a beef with him. Did you approach him on it?
We had a conversation that night, and I kind of left it at that.
Because I'll be honest with you, and I don't know the rest of the story, but if somebody was screwing around with my girl, I wouldn't forget about it.
Hey, it's the second time
he did it.
I was
serious
too.
in my life.
It's the second time he did it. Second time he did it.
But keep going.
So we went out to Laughlin and, drank out there, go to the Colorado River, and they're all too drunk to drive. JC included, it's his car. I offered to be the designated driver. Bottom line is, there's those yellow poles when you're pulling out of a parking lot. I crashed the car into it, gouged kind of the side window.
Was there a number that he put on it? Did he ask you for a specific dollar amount?
I think it was $1,400 at the time.
$1,400?
He said, just give me half. He started saying, give me half.
Wait a second. Somehow you crashed into a pole in a parking lot, and you're a truck driver.
Yeah, bad driver, sorry.
Bad driver, but you're a truck driver.
It's true.
Okay, and what you're saying is, because you believe he wronged you in the past with this girl, that you didn't know him, does it bother you at all that you wrecked somebody's car and you don't want to pay for it?
No, because I was gonna have a huge boxing party at my house. Pacquiao-Bradley fight, I'm ordering some steak from this great barbecue place I like. I'm ordering all this food, $800 for that. I think it cost $90 to get it on the pre-order on the closed circuit thing. Blasted it all over social networks, and that Thursday night, I get a text message, multiple recipients, everyone I've been inviting. Party at JC's, Pacquiao-Bradley fight. Guess how many people showed up to my party? 7.
So in other words, that was another way that he punked you, according to you. Okay, you're up.
All right, I need to clarify first about his girlfriend. I'm the one who introduced him to his girlfriend. Okay, so first of all, you wouldn't even have known her if it wasn't for me.
But do you realize what you just said? You introduced him to his girlfriend, and then you had sex with her.
But they were on the rocks.
So if you introduced him to the girl, and then you're having sex with her, that makes you worse. Are you a good friend of his?
Yeah, I would
How long
say
do you
I
know
was.
him?
20 years, almost.
20 years.
Yeah.
So he broke up with his girlfriend. Don't you think the right thing to do is go to him and say, hey, I'm your friend. That matters. This friendship means something to me. Okay, but I'm interested in your girlfriend. Do you mind? Wouldn't that be the right thing to do?
Can I tell you what happened?
No, answer my question.
It would be the right thing to do,
Okay,
absolutely.
So that would be the right thing to do,
Absolutely.
and you chose not to.
I chose not to.
Okay.
We were at his house. She was seducing me in his pool room. And it's really hard. If you're a man that had a few beers, had a little alcohol, and a woman's trying to seduce you, it's really hard, even if you are friends with someone, to kind of say no to the girl.
You're telling me?
Well, I'm not trying to tell you anything, but I'm saying for me personally, it was a little hard.
That's a better way to state it. For me
personally,
it might have been hard.
It was a little hard. It was in the heat of the night. She was seducing me. I mean, she's not a typical girl that I would date. I told Kenny that. That's why I introduced them together. They used to go to Renaissance fairs together. They had a lot more in common than we did.
Not only you had sex with his girlfriend, you did it in his house.
Yeah, it was at his party.
So let me ask you, and you found out about it afterwards? You didn't happen to walk in on them, did you?
No, but we always used to put this like court jester hat, and we put it on the door anytime we'd be having sex. So I directly knew because she expressed it via that visual image.
All right, so that's how you found out.
Yeah,
about
the
it.
Renaissance
You didn't
hat.
walk in on her.
That Renaissance hat.
I didn't lock the door or nothing, but my
Well,
my
let me give you a
roommate
little
Josh.
advice. If you're bold enough to have sex with somebody's girlfriend in their house, be smart enough to lock the door. What happened? Let's get specific. What happened the night that he took your car? Did you ask him to drive your car?
The night that he took the car, we were all drinking in Laughlin. We were all having a good time, and I picked up some ladies. He volunteered to the whole group that he was good to go, that he could drive us.
These hoes were from Louisiana.
Excuse me, Ken.
It doesn't matter, I still picked them up for us. And I said, you know what, I'm too drunk to drive, let's get a cab. Even the girls were like, yeah, let's get a cab, we'll split it with you 50-50. It's only right down the way.
Were you too drunk to know whether he was good enough or not?
I was drunk and I was thinking about women. I wasn't thinking about responsibility.
All right.
And the proper things.
So you did the right thing. You gave your friend the key to the car to drive it home.
Absolutely.
'Cause you
And
don't
then
wanna be
he
a
hit
drunk
the
driver.
pole and a cactus. He forgot to enter.
A cactus?
He hit a cactus.
Where were you? Oh, in Laughlin.
In Laughlin.
Do you believe that he crashed that car on purpose?
Absolutely. I thought he was waiting for a moment that I was vulnerable for him to have an opportunity to screw me over in any way possible, any shape, way, or form.
Did he ever say to you in any conversation after that, I got even with you?
No, but he said that's what he gets to one of my other friends. That's
Did you
what he
say
gets.
that?
Later on, as the months would go on, I said, that's what that fool gets. I mean, I had said that in the past.
So you did say that.
After all this went down. Not that night. I was really concerned about everyone's well-being that night.
The next day,
so I
a week
guarantee you that
later.
night I did not do anything like that because, come on, man. Like, I just crashed a car. There were people I had never met. I felt like I was going to be liable. I wouldn't be saying that's what he gets that night. Let's say I am this devious imagination. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get this guy back. Why would I say that night?
I don't know.
I wouldn't be
That's what
doing
I'm
that.
asking you.
I mean, I did not crash the car on purpose. I wouldn't put, this girl from Louisiana in a car.
Do me a favor, no profanity at this table.
All right, I didn't know that.
Not necessary.
All right, I don't mean to.
One thing we do here, okay, you tend to call people names and all that. We don't do that.
I'm trying to be more civil then. Thank you.
That's
I
what you
appreciate
should do.
that.
Respect is a major issue, and that's how you resolve things. If you disrespect one another, you're never going to come to a resolution. Then you may as well get a gun and shoot each other. Did you go to him and say, you owe me some money for this?
I just assumed that it was unspoken rule that you crash someone's car, you help them pay for it, at least half.
You never asked him for the money. In your mind, the right thing to do would have been for him to come to you and say, hey, I owe you this money. How can we work it out? Do you feel that he has any kind of beef with you whatsoever for what went on with his girlfriend?
Absolutely.
Do you agree that she seduced him?
No, I believe he seduced her. She's kind of a slut anyway.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You just called the girl a slut.
I feel bad about that.
Why do you feel bad? Do you believe she was a slut?
She had cheated on me twice.
And why are you so mad at him If he had sex with her, if you know the girl is, in your words, not mine, a slut.
It wasn't a huge deal. It would bother me at night sometimes. I'd be like, yo, man, should I pay him that money? Should I not? No, he's a punk. He used to call me blue collar. He used to work against me. He used to make fun of me for being like the badminton champion of the Inland Empire.
There you go with your cursing
I'm really
again.
sorry, but I mean, I played badminton pretty good, and I get passionate about it sometimes. And I was really good at badminton, and yo, I can't help it if that is what I did in high school, and that is what got me credibility to get girls. Okay? I mean, I don't know if you ever played it, but that's what I did. So it's like, you want to make fun of me because of that?
I'm not making fun of you.
No, like he did.
Badminton was your ticket to get women.
Getting women. I was.
You want to be his friend again?
I want to. I don't want to be enemies with him anymore. I feel like he's my enemy.
All right, if you're not enemies, do you want to be
Yes.
friends? How far away from each other do you live?
200 feet apart.
You got a new girlfriend?
Yeah.
You're going to introduce your girlfriend to him?
I'm gonna keep her away. And I think that basically I'm gonna learn my lesson from the past. And I gotta make sure that he is not getting in a room with the door shut behind him.
You make sure that your girlfriend doesn't get in a room with anybody
I
and shut the door
completely agree with
closed.
that, sir. I completely
And if she
agree
does,
with that.
get rid of her.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
I don't choose the best women sometimes. Thank you, I appreciate that.
The first time this happened, he was dating a girl. It was during prom.
It was in
18
high school.
It was in
yes.
high school.
It was a long time ago.
What happened that time?
Prom night, we were in a limo. We went to Magic Mountain. She was rubbing my leg, and I had my prom date too. Yeah.
His girlfriend started rubbing your leg. And then what happened? And you
And
were
then
sitting
on a
next to
ride,
him.
we went on a ride.
Yeah,
She started performing oral
Sex
sex
with
on
you
me
on the ride. Well,
Oral
how
sex.
come she was with you and not with you?
because he was with
I don't like to go on the log ride. I'm not about to go on a log ride. I want to go on the Colossus backwards.
All right, well, so the bottom line is, this is the second time this happened. Now, was that a girl that really meant something to you?
Yes.
So you liked her a lot?
Yes.
Now, how did you find out about that?
Because
Did she tell you?
and she came to me and said, you know what? This happened with JC. You're gonna hear about it from other people. There's a whole security report through Magic Mountain because they had to go into the freaking office and, oh, why were you performing oral sex on this person? It was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me, to be honest.
Right after we had the Pacquiao fight, he assaulted my lawn.
After the Pacquiao fight,
Yes.
when he was upset because you stole all the people from
Yeah.
his party to
Yeah.
Now, did you do that intentionally?
Did you?
Yeah.
Ken, let me ask the
Sorry,
question.
I did.
I'm gonna be
I
quiet,
did.
sorry.
So you intentionally had the party the same night.
Just to show him that my friends are my friends and they're not his friends. I mean,
Was
I
that-
really kind of regret that.
Now, was that part of getting even with him because of the car that he didn't pay you
Yeah,
for and all this?
yeah.
Okay.
I was pissed.
So tell me about this assaulted the lawn. I don't get that.
Okay, now a month later after that, after the Pacquiao fight, my dad, my mom, my friends came over and helped me put the saw down. 4 in the morning, he comes over, puts salt all over it. I wake up in the morning, my grass is all brown.
Is that what salt does to a lawn?
Yeah, we also got weed Roundup too, or Roundup, and just put a lot
Oh,
of Roundup
thanks,
in it.
dude.
Why did you do that?
Man, I cried that night that the Pacquiao Bradley thing happened. He once put a crown on me, said that I was the king of Altaloma, could have a best party in Altaloma. Imagine you're having a big party for your family back on the East Coast, and you're gonna have everything all set up.
Nobody would do that to me.
Exactly.
Exactly right. That's what I felt like. Hey, no one did that to me.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying.
No one would do that to you. But
Yeah, that
in
wouldn't
my
happen.
situation, that did happen to me, and I reacted.
Okay.
And that is why I did
But
that.
you reacted a month later and you went and salted his lawn. Why didn't you just go over to him and say, why did you do that?
I emailed him. I said, very specifically, this shit pisses me off. Let's meet about this. I ain't hearing
Did he?
any response.
Did you get an
So I
email?
deleted it.
I don't know. He could have emailed me a million times. I wouldn't have read one of them.
So you went out and salted his lawn and cost him how much more money to fix the lawn?
$400.
Another $400. So about almost $2,000 worth of damage
Yeah.
is what you
Pacquiao
caused
Bradley,
him
$1,200.
for the fight.
God. Is he in debt to that? I did not damage your goods
I'm in
in
social
any
debt.
way.
I'm in social debt.
Without trying to get even with each other or be mad at each other, if we're going to resolve anything at this table, okay, we got to start being gentlemen. Do you want to be friends with this man again? Do you want to put everything aside? Because what I'm hearing is a whole bunch of stuff. You got to claim responsibility for certain things. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, you wrecked this car.
Yes.
You didn't do it on purpose, right?
Correct.
Next, you salted his lawn. You're upset with him again because he had some kind of party on his lawn. You looked at him, you were mad because he was happy. You two guys are men. You gotta conduct yourself like men. This is ridiculous behavior.
Ken, I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't want to be your friend, buddy.
I believe that.
I want to be your friend too. I mean,
Dude.
this has been on my mind a lot.
What's your financial position?
I have enough money to make it right. I can do that payment thing, you know.
Yeah.
I could do something where I can give
Do you
him some
feel
money
that's the
back.
right thing to do?
That's a really interesting question. Yes, I feel it's the right
feel
thing
it's
to
the
do.
right thing to
I
do.
don't think it's the easiest thing for me to do.
I believe you were wrong. You don't ever mess with somebody's girlfriend, their wife, their daughter, under any circumstances. You would never be right, because you know what? That gets you in trouble. Women get you in trouble. In my life, people got killed for that. You're gonna look at him and give him your word that you will never in any way, shape, or form mess with any woman that he brings around. I don't care if the girl jumps on top of you, you're gonna throw her off.
Absolutely.
Look at him, don't look at me.
Ken,
Yeah.
you introduce me to your girlfriend now, or in the future, I swear to you, hands off. And you know that? I will never violate you in that way again.
Okay.
As of this point right now, at this table, he looked you in the eye, he
Right.
said it'll never happen again.
All
Do
right,
you
so if
believe
that's all in
him?
the past, then yes, I believe you.
You, on the other hand, you've done some stupid things. You do have a debt here.
Okay.
Because you said you wrapped up the car, had nothing to do with the girl. It was an accident.
Completely, my fault.
Complete an
My
accident.
fault.
Okay. And you said you can pay him some money. I think we arrived at a conclusion here. We resolved the woman issue,
Yeah.
okay? We resolved the financial issue. We resolved that we're never going to do anything to violate that friendship ever again.
Totally.
Whether it be women, money, cars, anything.
I like you, man. You're like my brother. I have a brother. You're a very good person, and I don't want any more bad blood between us.
Thank
Okay.
you. And I feel exactly the same way.
Amen.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
You know, we handled it in a sophisticated manner. I envisioned that it would be handled in a similar way, and you know, it turned out pretty good.
I'm very happy me and Ken became friends again, and I believe Michael really helped kind of put things in perspective. I think after Michael talked about the situation, Ken kind of realized what a child he was being, and same with me.
Those are not the kind of disputes that I was used to arbitrating or negotiating back in the day when I was involved in all those sit-downs. But hey, everything's relative to everybody. Hopefully these two men walked out of here and are able to have at least a civil relationship with one another.